Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm doing my Premier League predictions. Obviously, Premier League's it's already halfway through the seasons. I'm just doing it as the same as my Championship predictions, but yeah. So let's just get straight into it, shall we? Uh, Hold on. I can't be asked. Let's just do this. Let me just do this first. It's gotta be bold. It's gotta be. The numbers have to be nice and bold and underlined. It's got to blend in. There you go. That's better. Right. First, Man City. I put Man City because I think if they buy a centre back, then I think they'll win the Prem. If they just need a centre back for the defence, as they conceded 4 to Fulham, I don't think their defence is good enough. But if they buy like a top tier centre back or a good centre back for Premier League standards, I think they win it. Because Arsenal have a defence, but do they have an attack? I don't know. Because I don't. Gyökeres is obviously benched and been. In recent weeks, Mikel Merino has been playing. And Kai Havertz, he's injury prone. So is Gabriel Jesus. So I can see either Arsenal or Man City winning it. I think it'll be close. That's revealing my second place, Arsenal. And also, I think Arsenal fans are very delusional as well. Let's be honest. Anyway, third place, I'm going to go for Aston Villa. Aston Villa. They are serious contenders. They are in a title race, but I just don't think they'll come close at the end of the season. Because if they're being beat by Arsenal 4-1, then I don't really see them beating Man City neither. Because Man City's got a very good team all over. Just need a new centre back. So yeah, but yeah. Fourth, I'm gonna go for Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool not been as good this season, but I don't think there's any other team that really is gonna contend for fourth place. Because obviously Chelsea just sacking Enzo Maresca. Crystal Palace could do it. Man United, they're very weak without. If Bruno Fernandes or one of their most important players like De Ligt get injured, then they'll be in serious trouble. Because without Bruno Fernandes and De Ligt, they're nothing really. And also, they don't really have a prolific goal scorer because Sesko's not been very good this season. Mason Mount's decent, but he doesn't get you a goal every game. He's not gonna do that, Mason Mount. So yeah, fifth, I'm gonna go for Chelsea. Chelsea obviously just sacked Enzo Maresca yesterday. Enzo Maresca, I don't know why they've done that. I think Enzo Maresca, while he weren't the perfect manager, he did very well to get that team into fourth place after finishing 7th the season before, and before that, like 12th. Before that, so I think he's done very well there. And also, I don't rate Chelsea defense. Tossing's not. Tossing's crap. Let's be honest. Tossing is not good. Chalobah's alright. Cowell is always injured, but except for that, they don't have many options at the back. Dasasi and Badishil, I think Badishil. They're not very good. Let's be honest. Sixth, I'm gonna go for Crystal Palace. Palace. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Crystal Palace. I think they got a very good squad overall. Adam Wharton, LaCroix, Guehi, unless Guehi leaves, but still I see them doing very good stuff. Good goalie, Dean Henderson. Obviously Mateta up front, Jeremy Pino, he's having a good season. He's just not getting you much goals. They need a goal scorer. Obviously they got Mateta, but Mateta can't do it on his own. And then 7th place, I'm gonna go for Man United. Obviously, Man United already still got Ruben Amorim in charge, which I did like a couple months ago. I didn't think he would be in charge. He's done very well to keep his job, and he's done very well to get Man United to where they are now. But there's still question marks over him. Obviously, he won Manager of the Month, but as I said earlier, I can't see here that if one of the big players like Embuemo or Bruno Fernandes, most of all, Bruno Fernandes, probably, I would say, top 3 midfielders in the Premier League right now. I do. If one of them get injured for a long time, then I don't see them getting top 4. Not even Europa League. I don't. They could go for Europa League, but I don't see it happening. Right, 8th place. Premier League's tough this year, you know. It's a tough league to predict this year. No, obviously not every team's been great this year. 8th. I'm gonna go for Newcastle. Newcastle. Obviously, Newcastle's not having the greatest season this season so far. Voldemort have been quite good. I think they need a new goalkeeper in January just to, because Pope is very injury prone, and let's be honest, they probably, if they want regular Champions League football, they got to upgrade on Nick Pope. Aaron Ramsdale, he's not good enough. He's really not good enough. I could see him doing a job for like a Leeds or a Burnley, but not Newcastle. He's not good enough for Newcastle. Let's be honest. But except for that, I do rate their squad. Ciao. I think Wissa will start kicking on. Bruno G, obviously. Tonali, who might leave in January. He's too good for Newcastle. He needs to move to either a foreign team or another Premier League team, like a top 4 Premier League team. He's too good for Newcastle. Same with Bruno G. But Joel Linton, obviously, some very good players, just not on the. I don't see them stabling out. 9th, I'm going to go for Everton. Oh, that's still 8th. Right, Everton's an interesting one because they've been very good under David Moyes recently. Ever since Sean Dyche got sacked last season, they've been very good this season. I do like some of their players. I like Tarkowski. Jordan Pickford's obviously good, is very good. James Garner, Jack Grealish. I just think they need, and obviously Iliman Ndiaye. But if they can get a goal scorer, because I don't rate Barry, and I don't rate I don't rate Beto, but if they can get a goal scorer, I think they can kick on. Right. 10th. 10th, I'm gonna go Brentford. Now, no one expected Brentford to be this good at the start of the season. No one did, let's be honest. They've lost a lot of good players. They lost Mboimo, they lost Wissa, but they've done very good recruitment. Michael Coyote, he's been very good. Nathan Collins is solid at the back. Kelleher, we already know how good he is. Igor Thiago's been good this season. Jordan Henderson's been a good signing. Keane Lewis Potter's been alright. He did score 2 goals like the other game week. Sure, every FPL player like that. Kevin Schade obviously scored a hat trick recently, but I do think they have a good enough. And Mikael Damsgaard, who is very solid. I think they can kick on, but I don't think they'll get. Maybe even a Europe run push, but yeah, I think Thomas Frank. I think Thomas Frank controversial. I don't think he's good enough for Tottenham. I don't think he was ever good enough for Tottenham. He had so many chances with Brentford to get Europe. He was so close every time, and he didn't get him. He's a mid-table manager at best. I don't know why Tottenham recruited him. Obviously, there weren't anyone else, but they shouldn't have sacked Ange. Ange won them a trophy. But oh well. Speaking of Tottenham, I'll just put Spurs. As I said, I don't think Thomas Frank is good enough. He's a mid-table manager at best. He's not they need to sort out their home form, and there's very many upgrade. There are many players I think they can do better on. I think they need to replace Vicario in the goal. He made a horrific mistake against Fulham the other game week, but I don't think they can keep Wilson Odobert on the wing, even though he is young. He is young, but yeah. Then 12th, I'm gonna put Sunderland. Had a very good start to the season, to say. I think 12th would be a very good finish for them. Oh, they do have good players, like Xhaka, obviously. Xhaka's amazing. Robin Roof's having an amazing season. Mukulele, Adingra, Brobby. But I just... Wilson Isidore had a good start to the season. He's kind of dropped off now, but yeah, they don't have a prolific goal scorer. They got Brian Brobby and Wilson Isidore. If they can upgrade, if they can get a new striker, they could be up there. But they don't have a lot of players, and especially with a lot of players gone to AFCON. I think they'll struggle at the minute, but if they don't buy a striker, I think they'll struggle a bit more. But obviously, they'll comfortably stay up, I think. Who's next? I'm gonna put Brighton. Brighton, this is sort of a mid-table team. Brighton. It's hard to summarize Brighton, if I'm honest. They're not really anything. They struggle against they'll struggle a bit against lower league teams like West Ham. They got a very good. They got a decent team all around, but I just think they need to upgrade on Maxime de Cooper. Cooper. He's not gonna. He don't. Yeah, I don't really know. Brighton are just all over this team. They got good players. Yakuba Minte, Danny Welbeck having an amazing season. Yasin Ayari having a good season. Van Hecker, obviously, we already know how good he is. But I just don't see a lot of quality players in there. There's a lot of good average Premier League players. They just don't have any players to take them to the next step. So I think they're just mid-table Brighton. And obviously, I don't think they'll finish as good as they did the other years, because the standard of the Premier League now is compared to last season is much better. There weren't very much competition or big boys last season with Man United and Tottenham finishing right down there. But yeah, and also if they're drawing to teams like West Ham, then I don't see them finishing any higher. Right. Next, I'm going to put Fulham. Fulham are another team like Brighton. They're just all over the place, Fulham. They got some players in their team I do think are very good. But some players I just go I think Joachim Anderson's having a good season. Anthony Robinson, obviously one of the best right backs left back. Full backs, I'll just say full back. Full back in the league. Sasa Lukic is average, solid. But not many. It's the same thing with Fulham as Brighton. I don't see any players that can take him to the next level. Harry Wilson's had a good season, but he's not done as well in recent weeks as he has done in past weeks. They're just kind of all over the place, like Brighton. And right, 15th, I'm gonna put Nottingham Forest. Get out the way. Nottingham Forest. They hit a very bad patch of form at the start of the season. Obviously, they did sack Nuno, which I don't know if it probably weren't a good decision. Sack it, obviously. Ange didn't get a win. I don't think he did. And he got sacked very early on after he got hired, which was funny for me to see as a Derby fan. But yeah, they got a good squad as well. I do rate a lot of their players, but I do think they'll probably start losing them if they can't get up to the next part, because I do think they have quality players. Right, Morgan Gibbs White, Elliot Anderson's obviously very good and probably going to go in January. Callum Hudson-Odoi I do rate. Murillo I do rate. Nico Williams Nico Williams. I mean Nico, not Neko. I gotta remember that. But they really do need to upgrade that defense. I think Matt Sells needs to get upgraded. And John Victor. Nikola Milenkovic. He's not. I don't think he's good enough. I think he's he should be on the bench. Even though he did have an insane season last season. But if Forest wants to go to the next step, they can't have players like him. And also, if they want to go to the next step, if they want to go to the next step, So Sean Dyche is the right manager to do it with. Sean Dyche is a manager to keep you up. And if they want to get to the next step, they can't have a manager like Sean Dyche. Even though I do think Sean Dyche is a good Premier League manager, just in if you're in a relegation battle, like with Everton and Burnley. Anyway, next I've got Leeds. Leeds. Leeds have had good successes in the recent seasons. In this season, obviously they're in their best form now. That many of their players are having good seasons. Obviously, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's having a very good season. Lucas Mecha, he's not having a bad season, to be fair. Not bad at all. He scored some goals. Bijou is having a good season. I just think, and Gabriel Goodmanson and Ethan Ampadu, obviously, and then Tanaka. Yeah, there is some players I think they can stay up with the squad. It's not a bad squad overall. Perry's alright. He's alright, but I think they might need to upgrade. It's hard because he's only just joined, but yeah. They might have to go for like a good stable keeper. Maybe like a maybe they should get James Trafford on loan. I know it might not be realistic, but I think he would do a job for Leeds. But yeah. Anyway, 17th Bournemouth. I know most people might not agree with me here, but Bournemouth, if they don't spend any money, they need to spend money in January. They do have money. They have money, but they're just not using it. They have a lot of money to spend. They're just not using it, which if they don't use any money, then they might go down. They're gonna lose Semenyo, who's their main goal scorer, I don't know where he's gonna go because everyone wants Semenyo. So you'll be losing a lot of goals. Petrovic in goal. He's not had the greatest season. He might even lose players like Alex Scott, who's had his first England call up. Marcus Senesi. He had a good half of the season, but they're conceding a lot. Obviously, they've conceded 4 to Aston Villa and Man United, who are on very good form, but they need to spend money. They got money from Dean Huijsen and Elias Zabarnyi leaving for bigger clubs, so they obviously got money. It's just, are they going to use the money? We don't know, but yeah. 18th place, relegation spots now. West Ham. I think it'll be a relegation battle between Leeds, Bournemouth, and West Ham. I don't think Leeds would go down. I think it comes down to either Bournemouth or West Ham. West Ham, the squad is quite weak. I'm not gonna lie to you. Except I don't really see any names that really stand out to me, except for Jared Bowen and Lewis Paquetá. Their defense is very weak. Todibo, Kilman, Walker Peters, I don't rate them. Arriola in goal's decent. He can do a decent job, but he can't save every shot. Freddie Potts, Fernandez, Magassa. Freddie Potts and Magassa are very young. So is Fernandez, actually. It's a very young midfield. I think you need to bring in some experience or starting players like James Ward-Prowse or even or Thomas check as well, and Luke. But yeah, they got Crescencio Somerville could do a job, but he's young as well, so he's very inexperienced. They need some experience in that squad. They don't have much, except for Callum Wilson up top. But you need a better. They need to upgrade in a lot of places. Defense, I think they need a new striker. They can't have Callum Wilson playing every week up top. It's just not gonna work. But yeah, very weak squad. And that's really the same. It's not the same with Burnley, but Burnley. Where do I start with Burnley? The defense is they got a Martin Dubravka is decent in goal. They just Maxim Estev he's decent he's average for Premier League standards. Kyle Walker brings you the experience, but except for that, you have a weak squad. You can't really have Ekdal and Josh Lorient starting. Then you'll definitely go down with those two, because I don't think they're not Premier League standard. But they do have a few bright sparks like Leslie Ogachukwu, and where's the other guy? Jaden Anthony had a good start to the season, but obviously he's not done as good as in previous weeks. I don't think Scott Parker's not good enough for the Premier League for a Premier League manager. He's a good Championship manager, just not a very good Premier League manager. But I think they need to upgrade in various positions, like Armando Broja up top. He's not. They can't get goals, and they're conceding a lot. So I just don't. I see them going down quite a lot with quite a lot of points. 20th place. I think we all know who this is. Wolves. They're just a mess. Wolves are a mess. 3 points without a win. They just I don't even know what to say here. I think they just need to upgrade the whole squad. Jose Sarr in goal, not good enough. Yerson Mosquera, not good enough. Mac Doherty, not good enough. Ladislav Kreshter, not good enough. Arias, not good enough. The only players that I see who can do a decent job is Joao Gomez and Jorgen Strand Larsen. But I don't. Maybe even Sam Johnston in goal. But even him, I'm like, I don't really rate. I don't see them. I think they'll probably be I think they'll be the worst Premier League of all time, taking it off my club, Derby County. I really hope they do. I really hope they do take that title. I don't like having that title as a Derby County fan. Yeah, so anyway, that's my Premier League predictions. I'll read them out. First, Man City. Second, Arsenal. Third, Villa. Fourth, Liverpool. Fifth, Chelsea. Sixth, Crystal Palace. Seventh, Man U. 8th Newcastle, 9th Everton, 10th Brentford, 11th Spurs, 12th Sunderland, 13th Brighton, 14th Fulham, 15th Nottingham Forest, 16th Leeds, 17th Bournemouth, 18th West Ham, 19th Burnley, 20th Wolves. Thanks for watching, and I will be heading off. Goodbye.